We thank you very much for coming this evening to a very special celebratory evening. As you all know, the Persian New Year is coming up, and it is in celebration of this Persian New Year that we're having this wonderful event. We are very blessed to have some great visiting artists, guest artists for this evening, so I think you'll enjoy the show. One of the things we'll all learn from this evening is the idea that within the great country of Iran, there are all these regional variations, regional areas, different regions where there are different cultures and in fact different musical cultures. And this is what we'd like to feature here. This is actually the choice of our guest artist, Zoya Salbit. And it is really, it's a wonderful idea for us. It has been very much a tremendous learning experience for us. Just as we look around in the United States and we can see different regions, whether it's in, people have been telling me about Tex-Mex, if we go to the Texas border, if we go to the southeast and there is sacred harp singing, if we go to Detroit and we find Motown and soul, if we go to New Orleans and we find jazz and things like this, as we go across the country we can see these regional musics. So with Iran, and this is what we'd like to feature today. The first of our dance numbers, we'd like to do a dance that we've actually done once before in this hall. It's a dance from the southwest of Iran, and it's a dance called Bandari. Bandari. We are very lucky to have, as part of our ensemble, the director of the dance part of the ensemble, Alexandra King. And we'd like now... Yes, yes, yes. We are lucky indeed. And we'd like now to feature one of Alexandra King's choreographies to the song, one of Zoya's songs, Zoya Sabit's songs, the song Via Yar. Okay, here we're going to do some serious right turn here. We, many of you have seen us in past concerts, so we try to do a variety of things in the concerts. We take the name the Middle East Ensemble quite seriously, and we try to represent various parts, various regions of the Middle East. And we'd like to do now, we've been having a lot of fun with these dances, Greek dances. We are very, very lucky to have some tremendous, tremendous dancers. And you'll, I think, very much appreciate this and agree with me, having seen this. We'd like to bring out our dancers, Aleko leading our Greek dances. Could we get a little bit of house lights? There are definitely different approaches to giving concerts, but I think the approach that we're most used to and most comfortable with is a little bit more of seeing who's out there and enjoying you enjoying us. This is Bill Barrett on a funny-looking clarinet. This is a soprano saxophone, right? Yeah. Okay. Aleko. Aleko. Bill Barrett. Bill Barrett. We would like to switch to the Arab world for the next two pieces. أيوة أيوة. أهلا بيك أهلا بيك. منور. We have Ihsan Bey here has told us that we haven't done enough Muhammad Abdul Wahab, and so we wanted to feature something by Muhammad Abdul Wahab. So we are actually working towards a number of things, but we picked one of them right now. Next quarter, we're actually hoping to do In Nahr al-Khalid, one of Muhammad Abdul Wahab's famous early songs, In Nahr al-Khalid, and we hope to have Temo Koroshelli be our guest singer for that. Today, we decided to pick an instrumental tune that actually is one of the required tunes in Cairo. It's called Fantasy Nahawand, in Maqam Nahawand. And I'd like to precede this with a little solo on the short nai, on the G9. So this is a nai solo called the Taqasim, followed by the instrumental piece by the great Muhammad Abdul Wahab called Fantasy Nahawand. On the bigger nine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we're going to try something brand new here. When immigrants came over, Arab people came over to especially the East Coast and became Arab Americans, especially people from the areas of Lebanon, they thought highly of one of their traditional instruments called the mizwaj. And it was really a very characteristic sound that reminded people of back home. But not many people in America actually kept the mizwij with them and kept the ability to play this mizwij. And so we have what developed in America especially was the idea of replacing the mizwij with a prepared violin. What a mizwij is a double clarinet. And people, you have two barrels right in front of you. And with your fingers, you end up playing the same melody over both barrels of the clarinet. So you treat them as if they're one instrument. And the vibrancy of the instrument is created by the reed, and of the one barrel is tuned just a little out of tune from the next barrel. And so because they're out of tune, slightly out of tune, there's a very dramatic and dynamic beating that happens between the two notes. There's a clash that has a very vibrant sound to it. This is the major characteristic of the mizwij. To make a violin create the sound, what you do is you take off one of the strings of the violin and you put on the same size string of the one next to it, and then move the two strings over so they're right next to each other, literally a 1/16 of an inch apart. And so the instrumentalist is playing two strings at the same time and then just slightly mistune one of the strings. And so Professor Dwight Reynolds is going to give us the mizwij on a prepared violin here. The dance, interestingly, is also from the American side of things. One of the places where this dance, Middle Eastern dance, thrived and had a tremendous following was, of course, right here in America. And we'd like to feature an American composition with an Arab theme. So this is the dance and the mizwij accompaniment. Thank you. Right, right. The Persian drum is quite a unique instrument. The sound is much different from the Arabic drum that we just heard. It's a wooden drum. The wood is turned, and then the skin put on the top, a much lower sound than the Arab drum. But one of the amazing things about the drum is just all the fingers involved in the production of the sound. So you can get an 8 fingers on a roll, an 8-finger roll. You can get 10-finger rolls. You can also play the side of the drum. You can see the side of the drum is ribbed, so you can get a sound, a percussive sound by using the side of the drum like this. We've been very lucky to have this great master drummer to work with now for, as I mentioned, the 2nd year in a row. We'd like to bring out Siamak Puyan. We have one more concluding item. Before we do this item, I'd like to just make a couple of announcements. One is that the Master Siamak Puyan is teaching on campus, and he has now, this is his second quarter of teaching on campus. And if you want to be part of his class, there's a page in the larger part of the program where you could, we have numbers to reach Mr. Puyan. He also teaches throughout the greater Los Angeles area. Besides being a master drummer, he's a master teacher. And so if you know folks in the greater Los Angeles area who might be interested, there are also numbers for that side of the, in terms of phone numbers. We'd also like to thank, because we are continually impressed with our own programs, the printed programs that you have, and we thank Sue and her husband Dana Trout for this. Yeah. Dana, where is Dana? We'd like to also thank Boundary Productions for a very long day today and for all their professional work in making the sound happen for this concert. Boundary Productions. We also like to welcome some of our longtime members who have since gone on but now are back in the hall and seeing us today. Bridget Robbins. Bridget, you here? And Henry Osserman. Henry. The board, we have a support group called the Friends of Middle Eastern Music, and we have a board, and we want to thank the board members for their ongoing work. Members of the board, are you here? You want to stand up a second? We appreciate it. Members of the board. We thank everyone who helps with us in a number of ways. As I said, we do have a Friends organization, and we'd love you to be part of this organization. You can actually contribute. We ask for yearly membership dues so that we can keep in touch with people. If you want to be on our mailing list, that's a great way to do it. We also have a fellowship that we asked. It's an open fellowship, meaning that anyone can contribute to it. And it has been founded under the name of the great singer Kulthum. So we have an Kulthum fellowship, and I understand that there are forms outside that you could, if you were interested, contribute to this ongoing fellowship, which helps support this organization and its many activities. And finally, I'd just like to thank all of you for coming out today. I'd like to thank all of you who supported us by choosing the more expensive seats, and I appreciate that that's, for some of you, quite a shock. But it was the only way we were going to make this concert happen. To have this many guest artists and all, there are a lot of expenses, and we were just trying to meet expenses by doing this. And we thank you very, very much for meeting us in that respect and helping us just put on the event. And I think next quarter it will be down to our more normal prices here. We'd like to see you back on May 31st, which is our next concert. We're planning on doing a number of things, including featuring a large amount of Iraqi music for the first time. So we're thinking of going in different directions. We'd like to conclude now with a dance. The dance is a Persian dance, and it was actually Alexandra King actually learned this from one of the great American dance teachers, a woman, Laurel Gray, who teaches music who teaches dance both from Iran and from Central Asia. And so this is one of her compositions. We thank Alexandra King very much. Maybe we can get Alexandra King out here just for a bow. Is that possible? Alexandra? Alexandra King, the leader of our dance troupe. Alexandra King. Okay, our final number. Thank you very, very much. Bosem sírni fudesé, mi a fito bedamát, te csak rózsam rózsé. Hagigát, Jézsóba, Hagigát, Jézsóba, Gebidam Hagigate, Hagigat, Yam Nagun Yesopate, Yesopat, Haginashi Toyadema, Beyakonam Yamati, Gebidam Hagigate, Hagigat, Yam Nagun Yesopate, Yesopat, Haginashi Toyadema, Beyakonam Yamati, Gebidam Hagigate, Hagigat, Yalta con Yesopate, Yesopat, Hagenashito Yadela, Beyakonam Yamati, We thank you very much for a wonderful evening. We thank our oud section here, our oud section, our canoonist. Oh.
I want to thank you for Scott and all of those Persian community. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Right on. Mohammed, thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Yo. We want to thank the rest of the orchestra here, the cello people. Cello. Our accordion player. Our violin section. How about our violin section? Whoa! Our bass, guitar, and double bass player. Our guitar player, Evan. Our saxophone clarinetist, Bill. Our nai section here. Nai. Kudos on the santur. Our tambourine section, led by Shirley Force. Our drum section, our drummers, yo, led by Sue Rudnicki. Sue. We thank Dwight Reynolds and our chorus, yo. And we'd like to bring out our dancers, the Bendari dancers, yo. And our folkloric dance troupe. And the leader of our dance troupe, Alexandra King. Right. Our soloist, Aleko. And our special, very, very special guests. Maybe we can start Mohammed Saeed Najad. Mohammed Saeed Najad. And our drummer, our master drummer, Siamak Puyan. Siamak. And our ustad for the evening, Mojtaba Mirzadeh. And the reason we all here tonight, Zoya Sabat.
And one final round of applause for our maestro, Scott Marcus.